Bigfoot encounters have fascinated people for generations, blending fear, wonder, and mystery into stories that refuse to fade. Across forests, mountains, and remote backroads, witnesses from all walks of life claim they've come face to face with something massive, hairy, and unmistakably not human. Here are 15 of the most compelling Bigfoot encounters, told as chilling moments that continue to fuel the legend. One of the earliest and most famous encounters occurred in 1967 when Roger Patterson and Bob Gimlin filmed a large, ape-like creature walking across Bluff Creek in Northern California. The creature's confident stride and muscular build shocked viewers and remains one of the strongest pieces of alleged evidence to this day. In 1924, a group of miners near Mount St. Helens reported being attacked in their cabin by large, ape-like creatures throwing rocks throughout the night. Known as the Ape Canyon Incident, the miners escaped at dawn, shaken and convinced they had survived a coordinated assault by something intelligent and powerful. A hunter in Pennsylvania in the 1980s described seeing a towering figure step out of the trees at dusk. It stood upright, emitted a deep growl, and locked eyes with him for several seconds before disappearing silently into the woods, leaving behind massive footprints. In Skamania County, Washington, a family driving along a rural road reported a huge creature crossing in front of their car. The headlights illuminated long arms, thick hair, and glowing eyes. The creature cleared the road in just a few strides, leaving the family frozen in disbelief. A camper in British Columbia recalled waking up to heavy footsteps circling his tent. He heard loud breathing and wood-knocking sounds, a behavior often associated with Bigfoot reports. Too afraid to move, he waited until morning to find large tracks surrounding his campsite. In 1971, residents of Fouke, Arkansas, were terrorized by a creature dubbed the Fouke Monster. Multiple witnesses reported attacks on homes and sightings of a red-eyed, foul-smelling creature roaming the countryside, leading to one of the most famous regional Bigfoot legends. A police officer in Ohio shared a story of responding to a call about an animal on the road. He encountered a tall, muscular figure covered in dark hair that crossed in front of his cruiser. The officer later admitted the creature moved faster than any human he'd ever seen. In the Sierra Nevada mountains, a group of hikers reported seeing a massive figure watching them from a ridge. When one hiker waved, the creature mirrored the gesture before vanishing. The encounter left them convinced they'd seen something intelligent and curious. A fisherman in Alaska described watching a creature wade into a river and catch a salmon with its bare hands. The being stood at least 8 feet tall and moved with surprising grace before disappearing into dense brush. In the 1990s, a woman in rural Oregon reported seeing a Bigfoot-like creature carrying what looked like a young one across a logging road. The maternal behavior deeply unsettled her and challenged the idea that such creatures are solitary. A military veteran camping in the Appalachian Mountains recalled being followed for miles. He heard footsteps matching his pace and occasional low vocalizations. When he turned suddenly, he briefly saw a dark figure retreat into the trees. In Texas, a group of teenagers claimed they were chased by a massive creature near a creek. They described hearing crashing sounds and aggressive growls before fleeing to their truck. Deep claw marks were later found on nearby trees. A forestry worker in Northern California reported repeated sightings over several months. He noticed the same figure observing him from a distance, never approaching but always watching, suggesting territorial behavior. In Florida's swamps, sightings of the skunk ape have persisted for decades. One hunter described encountering a foul-smelling, hairy creature that stood upright and disappeared into the marsh with ease, something no known animal could do. One of the most emotional encounters came from a man who claimed he made eye contact with a Bigfoot while hiking alone. He said the moment felt deeply unsettling yet strangely peaceful, as if both beings recognized each other's awareness before parting ways. Whether these encounters are misidentifications, hoaxes, or genuine glimpses of an undiscovered species remains open to debate. What keeps the legend alive is the consistency of the stories, descriptions of size, behavior, and intelligence that repeat across continents and decades. For believers and skeptics alike, Bigfoot continues to walk the line between myth and reality, leaving behind footprints, questions, and a sense that our world may still hold secrets waiting to be discovered.